Welcome back to The Deep Dive. Today we are tackling the platform that everyone knows they should be on, but let's be honest, very few people truly master LinkedIn.
Hmm.
And if you, like so many professionals, feel like you're just sort of shouting into the void, spending hours on a post only to hear crickets, this deep dive is for you. This is your shortcut.
Yeah, our mission today is to get past all the quick fix schemes, the vanity metrics. We're digging into a source presentation that throws down a really clear, powerful idea.
And what's that?
The whole thesis is just quality over quantity, always. We're here to really challenge that instinct to post every single day.
And focus on thoughtful engagement instead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Deep, thoughtful, and targeted.
Okay, so let's jump right into that core frustration because the sources kick off by asking a really critical question. Why do most LinkedIn posts just fail?
They do. And it opens with this thing that's just so relatable. The source calls it Alan's tragic take.
Alan's tragic take. I feel like I know Alan.
We're all Alan sometimes. It's that painful situation where you spend 2, maybe 3 hours crafting the quote-unquote perfect post.
Oh yeah, you've got the custom graphic. Every word is perfect.
And the result, tumbleweeds.
Nah.
Just nothing. It's like throwing a huge party and nobody shows up.
It is. And that makes me want to ask you, the listener, think about your own experiences here. Have you ever spent way too much time on one post only to watch it completely flop?
It's a horrible feeling.
It is. So why do we believe that the time we put in should automatically equal the impact we get out, especially on this platform?
Well, because we're all victims of what the source calls the instant gratification epidemic. The data they present is pretty staggering.
What does it say?
96% of B2B marketers are looking for that immediate hit. The likes, the comments, that quick validation.
The dopamine rush.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the LinkedIn algorithm is basically built to frustrate that exact desire.
So it's the ultimate patience test then.
It's precisely that. The algorithm, based on our research, rewards sustained patience. It rewards long-term trust, not the one-hit wonder.
And if you fail that test?
Your content gets sent straight to the spam filter supreme. The algorithm is pickier than a 5-star food critic at a gas station buffet.
Ha! Okay.
Any low-quality, rushed content gets banished immediately to the digital vault.
And what defines low quality can be surprising, right? It's not just like spelling mistakes.
No, not at all. It's often just a mismatch. The source highlights those hustle culture posts that are always failing.
Oh, the I woke up at 4 a.m. and conquered the world posts.
Those are the ones. And they don't fail because the topic is inherently bad.
Yeah.
They fail because your audience, scrolling through their feed, is just too tired to engage with that kind of aggressive energy.
Right. There's a total disconnect between the post and the audience's mental bandwidth.
Exactly. Their energy to actually interact.
Okay, so if that spam filter is so brutal, how do we get past it? How do we move from just avoiding failure to actually getting seen?
We have to understand the algorithm's secret. So every post, the second you upload it, it goes through this rapid evaluation. They call it the spam test.
Is it promotional? Is it low quality? Is it real?
Right. And this happens faster than your English teacher ever graded an essay. If it passes that, it moves to the most important stage.
Yeah.
The audience audition.
I love that analogy. It's like LinkedIn's own version of America's Got Talent, but for your content.
That's exactly how they frame it. A good post gets a trial run with a small, specific slice of your network, a little test crowd.
And LinkedIn is basically asking them, hey, does this resonate with the right people?
And that trial is everything. If that initial small group shows strong, early engagement, and I mean comments, shares, not just views, that post earns what's called the victory lap.
And that's the VIP treatment.
That's the VIP treatment. Widespread distribution across the platform. That's how quality content actually scales up and gets in front of people you don't even know.
So this all comes back to frequency then. What's the magic number? Are we supposed to be posting every single day?
No. Categorically not. The source is very clear. Daily posting usually leads to burnout and, the natural slide into lower quality.
So what's the pro tip?
3 to 5 quality posts per week. That's the benchmark. That strategy, focusing on high quality, will beat daily word vomit every single time.
Okay, but 3 to 5, that seems low to anyone used to the TikTok or Instagram grind. If I have 6 really good posts, am I penalized for that? Why is that the sweet spot?
It's about consistency and the value you're signaling. If you flood the zone, even with pretty good content, the algorithm starts to think you're not curating.
That you're just desperate for attention.
Exactly. 3 to 5 lets you dedicate the real time needed to make every single post a home run. It trains your audience to expect value from you, not just noise.
All right, so we've got the frequency. What about the content itself? This brings us to the payoff, the power of thoughtful, well-researched content.
And this is where we get the story of CEO Rohan Kapoor's plot twist.
Which is a fantastic story.
It really is. He realized he was treating LinkedIn like a speed typing championship, just posting fast and often.
And his plot twist
Was revolutionary. He started thinking before he posted. He shifted his entire focus to creating these deep analytical posts designed to solve huge industry problems.
And the result wasn't that he went viral overnight.
Not at all. The source points out he had leads who were silently stalking his profile for months, just reading his stuff, internalizing his expertise, and then eventually reaching out.
And they became high-value clients.
It's proof that trust isn't built overnight. It's built over weeks, months of sustained intellectual generosity. And this matters because of the platform's business value.
Right, there's a big stat here.
A huge one, 58% of Inc. 5,000 CEOs rank LinkedIn as their #1 social platform for business growth.
And the source is a pretty dry note on that. It says the other 42% are probably still figuring out Twitter.
Yeah. But it shows you that serious leaders are on the platform looking for substance. They're not scrolling for fluff.
They want expertise. Which leads us perfectly into the prep phase, because the data shows engagement starts way before you even hit post.
This is the part everyone skips.
Yeah.
The 30-minute warm-up rule.
The pre-game stretch.
That's it. Before you drop your masterpiece, you have to be visible. You have to engage with your network. Comment, like, share. Just be a human being.
It's like algorithmic reciprocity. You're signaling to the system that you're an active community member.
Exactly. So when you do post, the algorithm is more likely to show your content to the people you just talked to.
And when you post, the focus needs to be on them, not you. The content has to solve actual problems.
Address their pain points, not your own ego or need for validation. Stop posting what you want to say.
And start posting what they need solved.
100%.
Okay, and this leads to maybe the most surprising bit of advice in the whole presentation. It feels really counterintuitive for, high-level professionals.
The reading level.
Right at a 6th grade reading level for 50% more engagement.
It sounds like we're asking you to dumb down your expertise. But that's not it at all.
What is it then?
It's about respecting people's time. It's accessibility. When you're scrolling fast, you don't have time to decode what the source calls corporate hieroglyphics.
Yeah, all that jargon.
Exactly. If people have to stop and parse your complex sentences, they're just going to keep scrolling.
So it's not about being less intelligent. It's about being more efficient, more clear.
Precisely. You're removing the barriers so they can absorb your brilliant idea instantly and engage with it faster.
Okay, let's move on to the actual delivery, the content formats. If you're still just posting blocks of text, you're missing out. Big time.
You are. You're missing what they call the Netflix addiction of the algorithm. It is pushing rich media so aggressively.
What are the numbers?
Video posts get 5 times more engagement than text. And if you can pull it off, LinkedIn Live gets a massive 24 times more engagement.
24 times. So video supremacy is real.
It's very real.
But for those of us who, dread the idea of being on camera, there's another option. Poll power.
Yeah, polls are called the lazy person's engagement hack. But, and here's where we need to be careful.
Okay.
Aren't polls just contributing to that low-quality fluff we were just warned about?
That's a great question. And it's about the distinction. A low-quality poll is just asking for validation, right? Do you agree with this obvious thing?
Right.
A high-quality poll, on the other hand, is basically legal cheating. It's free market research. You ask your audience to weigh in on a real pain point, and you get data that informs your next big piece of content.
So if it's thoughtful, it drives business insight. If it's just looking for likes, it's garbage.
Exactly. And the ultimate goal, no matter what format you use, is variety. You need to be a content DJ.
Mix it up: text, images, videos, polls.
Because the source has a really dire warning about getting into a routine.
It does. It says the algorithm hates one-trick ponies. If you post the same format over and over, you'll get algorithm ghosted faster than you can say synergy.
Okay, let's talk strategy. When and how often? We need to nail down the timing.
Okay, prime time windows. Tuesday through Thursday, 8 to 10 a.m., and again from 3 to 5 p.m. local time. That's when professionals are scrolling most.
So is it just a coincidence that those times line up perfectly with when people are, settling in for the day or desperately trying to avoid their last meeting?
No, it's not a coincidence at all.
Yeah.
It's completely driven by user behavior. The morning window is catch-up time. The afternoon one is that slump where your attention just starts to wander.
We're capitalizing on low focus periods,
We are. And we still have to stick to the 24-hour rule.
which is mandatory.
Absolutely. You have to space your posts at least 24 hours apart. If you post too often, the algorithm thinks you're having a manic episode, and desperation is the fastest way to kill your reach.
So we come back to it again. 3 to 5 quality posts a week. A marathon, not a sprint.
That's the sustainable schedule that prevents burnout and keeps the algorithm happy.
All right, this all leads to the big picture. Building your professional brand. What's the secret recipe for content that makes you a thought leader?
The recipe is substance. It's sharing original research. And yes, Google Scholar is your friend. It's sharing industry trends that actually matter to your audience's bottom line.
And if you tell personal stories,
They have to be genuinely insightful, not just those tired, I woke up at 5 a.m., now I'm rich, humble brags.
and there's a specific balance to this, right? The 80-20 rule.
That's it. 80% professional insights, hard data, and then you balance that with 20% personal authenticity.
And that 20% is crucial for showing you're a human.
Yes, not a corporate robot programmed only to say, circle back.
So what does that 20% look like without, oversharing?
It's reflecting on a real challenge in your career. It's sharing a book recommendation that changed how you think. It's talking about a leadership lesson you learned from a failure.
It's vulnerability and growth.
That's what builds real connection, far more than just listing your accomplishments.
And speaking of connection, you can't just post and walk away. The first hour rule is critical.
You have to reply to comments within that first hour. Your post's life literally depends on it.
Because the algorithm is watching.
It's always watching. Your immediate responses fuel that engagement fire, signaling that this post is generating a real-time conversation. And that's exactly what LinkedIn wants to promote.
So let's wrap this up by looking at the hard data. Does all this effort actually move the needle for a business?
It absolutely does. The results are compelling. Consistent quality posting can drive a 5 times boost in your profile views.
Wow.
And this is key. When your employees are sharing that quality content, the company's follower growth jumps 9 times faster.
So quality scales.
It scales influence. But the real win, like we saw with Rohan Kapoor, isn't just the views. It's attracting the right kind of leads.
The ones who actually read your stuff.
Exactly. The ones who get your value, not the ones just spamming your DMs with what's your budget. This focus builds long-term advocates for your brand.
It's like having an unpaid marketing team.
That's a perfect way to put it.
So the final call to action from our source is really clear. Stop chasing quantity like it's a Black Friday sale. Focus on meaning, not virality.
LinkedIn is not TikTok.
It's not. The path is quality, strategic engagement, and solving real problems. That's how you grow your brand and create opportunity.
That's the whole strategy.
Which brings us to our final thought for you to chew on. The sources suggest the real goal here is building long-term brand advocates, people who champion your work even when you're not in the room. And that raises a really important question. Are you measuring your success by short-term views, or are you focused on the long-term trust that you're so diligently building?
Go out there and create something that actually adds value, something people want to read. Your audience will thank you for it, and the algorithm will finally reward your patience.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.